require, but what makes it really special and unique is that everything's completely synchronized to massive video screens, stage show production, interactive elements with the crowd, rock and roll lighting, special effects. I kind of like to describe it as having all the power and emotion of a symphony orchestra, but combined with the energy and excitement of a rock concert, mixed together with all the cutting-edge visuals and technology and interactivity and fun that video games provide. I mean, the show's got to be fun, and I created the show because I wanted to prove to the world how culturally significant and artistic video games have become. So, we've been doing it 11 years now, touring all over the world to hundreds of shows to millions of people, and showing no signs of slowing.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name's Tallarico. I've been a video game composer. That's it. I knew it was somewhere in there for 23 years. I've worked on over 300 video games. Started a couple of television shows in the mid-90s about video games, Electric Playground, and Movies on the Run. Partnered with Lucas on that. We got a couple weeks left to go, so we're over the halfway mark now. We're about halfway to go, so we're looking really good. What we do, Kickstarter is all about like the last couple days, right? Because that's when you see your major work progress. The first couple days, the last couple days. So the first couple days is great, and so it's all about the last couple days. So getting the drinks, getting all about your talk. Hardest part of our Kickstarter campaign is getting people to spend the work for it. Yeah, we're doing our third album. We don't make any money on video games live. All the money that is made is right back to the project. So, and what we want to do is keep, coming out and making content. How you doing? You worked out the gym. There we go. But anyway, so we work the show, so it's creating new content, and so the record companies don't believe in what we do. They don't believe that gamers are willing to do it. They believe everyone's going to steal it or just do it on YouTube. So and there's definitely part of that, but we think we don't believe that entirely, and we think that people are willing to contribute something that's so unique and epic. Something we have game composers from all over the world and everywhere, U.S., Europe, who are contributing to the cabinet. We're going to be playing and performing at this album along with the U.S. database studio. So we're covering stuff that typically people wouldn't cover. Things like Shadow the Fox, Monkey Island, Beyond Good and Evil, Earth, Wind & Fire, Tyranny, a lot of stuff. We love on the next time we're on there. Hillary, stuff like that, and Deep Final Fantasy stuff, Blizzard stuff, Chronicles, stuff. So much great stuff out there that makes the world. So hoping, I'm hoping you are the same part of night. Yeah. With LucasArts closing down, the announcement of LucasArts being closed, I think hit home to a lot of people. I know it did for me. It's an emotional time. I mean, LucasArts, for the last 20 years plus, 30 years almost, it's created some amazing games. And, so it's a little sad, I think, for everyone in the industry. So, my whole thing was like, LucasArts is not dead. We're going to keep them alive through this music. And we have the original LucasArts team composers all play and perform with the symphony for the album. And we released a mock-up of the song. We released it through our Kickstarter project. And get it downloaded and things like that. So, and the thing that I want to do, though, which is really unique about this Kickstarter than any other one, is value for money. I've been following Kickstarter for a while, and you know, it's like if you contribute to a project, you know, you get maybe $5 or $10 off with the final product, and you feel good about yourself and you love it's very cool. And then at maybe the higher levels, you know, you get your name on the tombstone somewhere in the game, or whatever, you know. So, which is great, but you know, again, my whole thing isn't to make money, is to get as much video game into the hands of people around the world as possible. So what we do is, for every dollar that you play, you're going to get at least quadruple that in value. So people in the media and Kickstarter themselves are saying that it's the biggest, most expensive, comprehensive, and biggest value for money they've ever seen ever on Kickstarter. So even if we give like $25 or something, we literally give you over $125 back of music value. Hours and hours of high quality video game music, artwork, signed composers for around the world. I mean, talk about higher tier. We do things like, how about a tour of Blizzard Entertainment and have lunch at Blizzard with a Blizzard audio team composers.
I walked down, I just didn't hear it.
I know, it's like I wish I could make it for everybody, but then we got 10,000 people that have to come through Blizzard. They weren't like that. So like, we have to limit this. I'm like, oh, okay. But the voice of Solid Snake, David Hayter, will record a 30-second personalized voicemail message or whatever for you. The creator of Tron, I'm a big Tron fan. I'm wearing Tron underwear, that's how hard it is. But we created a life cycle across contracts and video game titles for Project Space. So there's a 3D blueprint of it that we have, and you know, so we give that away to people. But also on the higher level, it's signed by the creator of Tron. So I mean, all sorts of crazy stuff like that. The value for pledge for the rewards is just like nothing else that we can do.
Am I remembering? $1 for a full copy of the
Well, at $5, you get a 20-song video game live album. 20 songs on it. That's where we start, at $5. At $10, you get the album that we're creating now, Video Game Live Level 3. You get that, plus all the rewards before. So you get 2 albums, you get over, 3 hours of music, video game music for $5. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy! We're giving it away! And if you order now...
Go for it, if you order now. If there's people who are still sitting on the fence, decide whether or not they wanted to donate $5 what would you say to them to encourage them that, no matter what you grew up, you're going to do stuff?
Oh, I mean, look at our history, right? I mean, we've done PBS specials, we've had 2 albums that have come out in the Billboard Top 10 charts, and all of that stuff was all self-funded, right? So, in order to, like, when we did our PBS special, that cost $1 million. We saved up for 10 years to create that show, and so, putting all the money right back into it. So for this, we want to create as much content as possible. So if you like what we're doing and if you like the content, and you want to hear a fully orchestrated version of Monkey Island, Shadow of the Colossus, and all sorts of things like that, with the original composers, I'll do one of these every year. I mean, we have over 120 segments we've done with video games. So we can keep doing this every year if we want. So, instead of waiting another 10 years while we get up enough money to fund it ourselves, if people want it, we'll do it right now.
And now, can you announce it?
Sure. I mean, we're doing, we're going to be making a bunch of announcements next week, so I will give you the exclusive right here. We're doing Invincible from Blizzard Entertainment. It's an unbelievable, it's an award-winning song from World of Warcraft. It's incredible. We're doing a version of that. Shadow of the Colossus, Street Fighter 2, Skyrim. I mean, these are all announcements that we're going to be making over the next couple of weeks.
Any work with the Shadowrun soundtrack at all?
No, let's do that. We currently don't have that on the show, but I'll listen to that. I keep a running list of all the songs that we eventually we want to do. Like some of the ones on the list, for example, that we're going to get to, Tallarico, the Mana series, Earthbound, Kami, Nier, Bastion, so many Hotman, so many different songs. Devil May Cry. We're working on a lot of stuff.
What is your current favorite song?
Current favorite is it changes all the time, right? But right now, I really love this Tetris Opera, which is pretty epic. That's one of my favorites. And Street Fighter 2. We do a really hard rock version of Street Fighter with the symphony and the neon guitar. That's really fun.
The Tetris was amazing.
Oh, you saw it?
I saw the Tetris. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Now, you play guitar. You play the other instruments?
Yeah, piano and guitar. That's my first instrument, piano, and guitar is my second one.
And I noticed when I put your video game live concert, you got a very energetic. You're very lively on the stage.
I'm excited. I'm happy to be there. Yeah.
Has anyone told you that you bring life to the concert and that you make your concert play out?
I mean, it's the music that makes the show, but I mean, I'm happy that people can feel my excitement. I mean, it's it's legitimate excitement and passion for all this stuff. I mean, my parents always told me, growing up, to always, do a job that you love doing, and it never seemed like a job, and that's why I feel blessed to be traveling the world, playing video games. For me, it's like the greatest job I could ever wish for, and so hopefully that comes across on stage, and it's infectious. Gets the people in the audience just excited about the show as it does me. So hopefully that happens.
There was a thing that I saw on YouTube about the guy who was blind and that was
unbelievable. I forget what show it was, but it was this summer, and the guy was like legally blind, but he had he wear these literally his glasses were they were like little telescopes, so that he could see the screen, and he won the Guitar Hero competition ahead of time. He had him on stage, and I asked him, I said, if you want us to lower the score, because he put the score really high, and he's like, to his credit, he was like, no way. He was like, I want to try to do it on what everybody else does it. He goes inside, I want to play it on expert, not on hard, put it on expert. And I'm like, okay, we came out, and he did it, and he nailed it, right at the end. I swear to God, 3,000 people. I thought the roof was going to cave in. I mean, they were screaming so loud, I could barely even hear the music. I couldn't hear my guitar amp right in front of me, and I couldn't even hear it, because the audience was so loud. It was awesome, yeah.
How was your reaction after that?
Oh, he had tears in his eyes. His mom was on the side of the stage crying. It was awesome.
You have some famous family that are also musicians.
Have
they influenced video games live at all?
I'll tell you what.
Steven Tyler, particularly.
Steven Tyler, is my cousin. His real name is Steven Tallarico. And in regards to what Steven gave me, growing up as inspiration, more than anything, when I would go to an Aerosmith show when I was 7, 8 years old, and I'd be on the side of the stage watching cousins perform in 20, 30,000 people. To me, that was it never seemed abnormal to me. It never seemed an impossible dream. I would just watch it and go, wow, that's a really cool job. That's what I want to do when I grow up. It never was like, oh my God, maybe someday if I'm lucky. It was never that. It was just like, oh, he's doing it. Yeah, that's what I like to do too. So that's probably the biggest thing that having a famous family member brought to me being a musician on stage was that I never thought it would ever be, impossible. So I tell that all the time.
And does he ever show up at any of your video game live concerts?
It's so funny because we've been touring over 10 years, and there's been times where literally our tours will cross each other, I'll be in Toronto, and and he's playing the next night, and it was just, he's getting in and I'm leaving, or so many times we're like, I'll text him and say, hey, I'm playing the Hollywood Bowl, you were here last week, and so we'll leave messages for each other in the bathroom. Hey, you're coming in a week, make sure in the guest room, you look at the basketball, let your message underneath the toilet seat, whatever, but we've never actually connected. We've seen the Blu-ray and DVD of our PBS thing. But yeah, we're going to get them out of the show sometime.
Fantastic.
We've talked about it many years, about working on installing together too for video games.
How many days left?
There's 12 days left, so we're in our final big push. And yeah, I mean, it's all going to come down to the last couple of days. Basically, what everyone who's done Kickstarter before it's on. It blows up at the beginning, which ours did, and then at the end, it kind of goes crazy as well. I guess everybody's kind of waiting around. And they want to like be involved at the end, so they can brag that I helped put it over the top, which is cool. So, but you're giving me a heart attack, people. Come on.
Awesome. Is there any last things you need?
Just to make sure to join up to our mailing list on Video Games Live if you're interested in knowing when our show is coming to your area. What we do is for our mailing list, you can put in your email and like your state or country. And then when we come around your area, we email you and we offer people on our mailing list. We get a special retail code that the concert promoters send us and they send to you. That has like discounted tickets, and you can get tickets before they go on sale for anyone else. So you get the best seats and the best prices. So that's cool. And then make sure you join us on Facebook as well, because when I do come to those, when we do come to your city, I create a Facebook event page for every single show we do, and we ask people on Facebook, what do you want to hear? So we have people in the audience to help create the event. So we want to bring whatever the show is, whatever you want. The show isn't for me, it's for the audience. So we want them to touch. Join us on Facebook and Cool. Absolutely. Thanks for helping spread the word.